Hello YouTube, I'm APC. Today we're gonna make another tutorial. This is gonna be the first tutorial in a new sort of series that we're gonna start, which is gonna be made up of random things that I I feel like showing you guys, which really isn't enough to put into a full game, but just little tricks, and maybe find it useful. Who knows? So today, what I'm gonna show you is this animated Google homepage that I found last week Tuesday. Google had this animated homepage, and so I tried making it, and this is what I'll show you what I came up with. This little clip of what the original Google thing looked like. So that was how Google did it. Now, it's really hard to completely remake it, but I think that what we have here is pretty decent. So start by making 4 sprites. Call the first one SPR ball B, standing for the B standing for blue. Okay. Change your color to pure blue, so 0 red, 0 green, and 255 on blue. And select your circle tool, make sure it's filled. Zoom in and draw a circle. Now click animation, fade to color. So make the color 128 on red, 128 on green, and 255 on blue. And have it fade in 20 sub-images. So now there's several shades of blue there. Next sprite. Call this one SPR ball G, which stands for green. This time it's going to be a little different than the blue. It's not completely full green, it's like a little darker shade of green. So go 128 on green, 0 on the rest. Make your circle. Okay. Click animation. Fade to color. Go 255 on green and 128 on red and blue. 20 frames again. Okay. Halfway there. Create sprite. SPR ball R. R standing for red. Click edit sprite. Add subimages. Make this color 255 on red and 0 on the rest. Draw your circle. Click animation. Fade to color. Have this one fade to 255 on red and 128 on the others. 20 frames again. Alright, now one more sprite. This one call SPR ball Y. Click edit sprite. Add subimage. And so this one's going to be a little bit different because yellow isn't part of the RGB scheme. So it's going to be 255 red and 200 green to get that orangish yellow that Google used. Draw your circle. And click animation. Fade to color. Make the color 255 on red, 255 on green, and 128 on blue. So it's good like this. 27 inches. Good. And that's all for your sprites. Now let's create an object. It's going to be the only object in the simulation. So call it obj ball. Just give it a sprite. This is only for reference when we create the room. Go into the creation event. Add code. We want the subimage to be assigned in the beginning, and we don't want it to move around. So we have said image speed equals 0. We'll set the image index later, but first we need to decide which color it should be. So the general process for which color is based on its x value. So I'm going to type down if x is less than 480, then sprite index equals spr ball r, because this will cover the first letter, which is G for Google, and then we'll just be adding sectors on for each letter. Now I'm going to show you how I came on this value 480. Let's create a background. Call it BACK Google. Click load background. This background will be available in the description. Okay. So go into edit background, then hold your mouse between the G and the O, and I'm going to move my mouse now to show you where to look. Down here, it shows you the X and the Y value where your mouse is situated. So when it's up here, I can see down there that it says roughly 480. And then do the same thing between each of these other letters. And that's how you find out the X values and how it's situated. Okay, so go back into OBJ ball. I was wrong that the first one was red. It has to be blue. Okay. So now let's copy this one. Go on to the next line. Okay. And for this one, you need to check whether the X was more than 479, because it has to be less than 480. Because if it's if more than 480, say and the next value between the O and the second O, that's at 600. So let's put down X is less than 600. Okay, and the first O is red. Copy this part again. This one needs to be one less than the highest value for the previous one, and in this case it's 599. And this one needs to be 708, and next color in the sequence is yellow. Paste that again. One less than the previous, 707. Next number in the sequence is 815, and the next color in the sequence is blue. Copy, or I mean paste. One less than previous, 814. Next number in the sequence is 867, and this is green. Okay. One last one. Cut out this less than part, because we only want to check whether it's more than this value, because then we'll be able to assume that's the last letter, because nothing passed to the last letter. So make this one 867, or 866, sorry. And the last color in sequence is red. Yes, that's already good. Okay. So now we're going to put the randomized image index in there. Type down image index equals random 20. This isn't enough because image index doesn't cover 0, or I mean the random doesn't cover 0, so we need to put -1. -1. And I like putting that in brackets. I'm not sure it's necessary or not, but just to be safe. Okay. Now let's add them to our room. So create room. Okay. The background is 1280 by 640 to make the room the same size. Go to backgrounds. Click visual room starts. Choose our background. There you have it. Okay. Now it's time to put in objects. Let's change our snap X to 1 and snap Y to 1, so that way it won't snap to grid when we add these objects. Okay. So now I should already have the correct object selected since I have 1. So click in the center. I forgot to tell you to change the reference point for the sprites. So let's go back and do that quickly. Click center here to change the origin. Forgot this last time I recorded it too. Okay, so now the reference point is right on it. It should just go like that. Okay. The ball should be almost the same size as the things. Looks like it's only a little bit bigger. I'm gonna add one right there because it seems like a little gap. Okay. The color will automatically change later, so don't have to worry about them all being blue. And it might be a good idea to have delete underlying off, because otherwise it might delete them if you put them on top of each other. Once you've finished adding all the objects, make sure you turn your background off. Oops. So that way you won't see it when you're making the balls move around. Okay. And change the color to white. Alright. Now let's test it out. So there you go. It has different color for each letter, and the different shades of the color are randomized. Perfect.